Justice League 56, Joshua Williamson writing with Robson Rocket on the art. This is, of course, the next part of the tie-in arc. The previous issue ended with seemingly all of the members of the Titans / Justice League dying in a big blast from the Omega Knight. And then this issue, and I thought it was fine at first because it was like Nightwing was the only survivor, and he's kind of like holding, he's like, oh, okay, if you're going to kill me too, just do it. But then like, everyone's just kind of fine as the issue goes on. It's like, oh, they all survived somehow. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of underwhelming in that sense.
To be fair, I actually think this might be the best issue of the arc, but I am going to criticize that element of it.
No, I get that.
Because I felt like there was more going on. Or I felt
stuff happened.
Yeah, it felt more like it was more culminating in things. I thought, the what do they call the Mindhunter, the Martian Manhunter, Batman Mindhunter.
Yes.
Just trying to remember his name. Him trying to kind of like convince Hawkgirl to sort of switch sides or help him. Their fight, looked pretty good in the art. I enjoyed, Detective Chimp riding the invisible horse, like just the image of Nightwing being like dragged in thin air. It was kind of.
And now being like, what the hell? It can be invisible? He's like, well, yeah, some shitty detective you are.
Yeah, the whole idea this was Wonder Woman's gift, therefore. And it's not just that the horse itself is invisible, it's got an invisible aura, so if they all stand near it, they're in like an invisible bubble. That's a very important plot device in the issue. But Jean, Martian Manhunter, when Mindhunter's basically saying, you didn't matter to Jean, he cared about his dead wife and kids, you're meaningless to him.
I love his transformation as well, Mindhunters, into the kind of the big vampire bat demon looking thing. Love it.
Yes. Very reminiscent of the hit film Blood Vessel.
I'll take your word for it.
It's a Shudder exclusive, and you can find it on my new solo streams review show, which comes out every Friday on youtube.com/MailFuzzTV. It's coming next week, guys. But seriously, there's like a vampire bat thing in it, and it's not exactly. It's more man bat-esque than this dude, but still.
Right, but this I couldn't tell you exactly where, but I have seen vampire demons kind of look like this in various media.
Is this the because after Hawkgirl smacks Mindhunter properly here with the old flaming mace or whatever that is this the first proper kiss between Jean and Kendra that we've had? Like full on, do we have the moment kind of thing?
No, I think there must have been something in the Justice League run where they were quite clearly a couple for a while.
I don't know if it was as visible as this, but I mean, you may be right. Maybe I've just forgotten about it.
But I can't remember a specific example, but because it was after a point they were obviously such a couple, and it wasn't like they were being coy about it with each other.
I remember them talking about it. I just don't remember like a romantic kiss like this. But
no, that's fair. Maybe this is the first.
Because I feel like a big deal to me, even if it isn't the first. That the idea that this is like after Mindhunter's been trying to convince her that she doesn't mean anything to him. So it's this kind of a big moment where he kind of makes it clear that he does.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the rest of the team kind of, like I say, like Starfire and Cyborg and Lex all survived. It's just okay. I guess they did.
They're just here, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's all a bit underwhelming. However, so they formed this plan, and their plan is essentially because there's a little bit of doubt from Nightwing. He's like, maybe we should sort of just like find the chair and the throne and call in the Justice League because I don't know if we can do it, and they have to give him a bit of a pep talk. But
I like Lex calling them out, going, "Hey, I thought I was working with the Justice League. I'd known the Teen Titans would be here, given that it is, Nightwing, Cyborg, and Starfire at this point." Feels like a pretty fair dig from Lex.
So they split into two teams. Half of them go after the Omega Knight to distract him. The other half go and try and free the Legion of Doom. The idea being from Lex that if they can free the Legion of Doom, the Legion of Doom can actually help fight. They can, be on their side and help fight the Omega Knight. Which obviously very risky for obvious reasons, given who they are, but still not a terrible plan, all things considered.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the point where, sure, they're villains, but they have clearly been imprisoned here against their will, so there's a good chance they'll want to fight. Yeah.
In the end, it's basically Detective Chimp's the one who sort of, because they're like, how do we deal with this throne, which is basically the big tuning fork style thing with all the Legion of Doom strapped to it. And his plan is basically to just sort of say, "Hey, Omega Knight, you dick, come at me, bro." and Omega Knight hits the thing with his own blast of energy, which destroys it and frees all the team. So the cliffhanger page is Cheetah, Sinestro, and Grodd all being like, well, then we're coming after you, Nightwing, because we're evil.
Yeah, and it definitely plays like Chimp sacrificed himself for this. I'm not so sure he has.
Well, given the end of the last issue, most of them died. I'm not willing to believe that he's actually sacrificed himself.
Yeah, they did that. You know, he's caught in the blast, and it's just the hat that's left. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. Even if he has technically killed himself in this, when we get to the end of Metal and everything,
it's not sticking out. Like none of this world is sticking, and that's okay.
But no, it makes for a big moment. Stuff like, as you say, actually happened. It felt like the Jean and Kendra segment actually had some impact and emotion to it. When, for the most part, up until this point in the arc, it's just been Kendra going, "Oh, we have to get to Jean. I care about Jean. Let's get to him." And then likewise, like getting to the chair, there's been such a sort of like just all these extra obstacles to get to the throne that actually having them say, "No, we're going to do this," and then actually having a result from it, and a cliffhanger that actually feels like it doesn't feel like a bullshit cliffhanger. It feels like, yeah, there is going to be this like sort of, can we trust the Legion of Doom?
Yeah, it's not like the best cliffhanger ever. It's it's fine. But I think the most important part is it's new. It's a new element. It doesn't feel like it's just, oh, here's danger because you were in danger all issue. It's something new, and it's a direct result of the actions that actually happen.
It's a result of progress.
Yeah,
that's important. I think it's a fine cliffhanger though, because it doesn't. I mean, it's not the most unique cliffhanger, but it doesn't.
No, I agree. It's fine.
It doesn't feel like bullshit though. It doesn't feel like I'm going to get to the next issue and go, well, they backed out of that. Like, I mean, sure, all it's probably going to be is Lex jumping in and saying, no, we have to work together, and that's fine. But the cliffhanger feels in character for who's on page, so it's fine.
Yeah, it absolutely is a fine cliffhanger. It's a fine, by the numbers standard comic cliffhanger.
Yes. So there you go. That's Justice League. And the arts, as it's been all arc, is generally solid. It really in the big splash pages kind of comes to life. The Omega Knight firing its beam at the tuning fork looks really good.
Yeah, I do think Roka's art it's a little bit messy at points. It just sometimes feels like there's a bit too much going on.
Which is maybe why
there's too much in the scene, or if it's just too busy in the line work. Though.
Which is maybe why the splash pages come off the best. Because I will say the sense of scale's pretty good. When the Knight's fallen, towards the end, and Nightwing standing in front of the body. There's a good sense of scale there at the very least. So,
yeah, I agree.
But what are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it a solid 7.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. 7 out of 10. Nice and simple.